Scott's Wild Camper, the wild camping channel for the great outdoors. I'm on Wild Camp 83 with the two marks. I'm at Loch Etive again. I was here about four or 5 weeks ago with Nelson. Much better weather this time. We're just going to camp a bit here, and then we're going to go to, well, we plan to go to Loch Dochard tomorrow. That's the plans. I don't think the weather's going to be as good. In fact, the forecast today, we didn't expect it to be as nice as it was. I was expecting a wee bit of rain. It's never really happened. Anyway, I'll show you, take some footage, show you about.
There's a lot lassie from myself, what's your movie called Lessons and Arts on it?
Mine's is, I've got it on 400.
That's what I've got on it. Yeah, I've got another big, see what he's got on his, I've got a big Tom on it, Pam on it. It came special offer when I got this big thing.
Right, I was just on that that pier. It says keep out danger, but I think it's about probably talking more about the building, bits of the what's left of the roof falling on top of you. So I've got an external microphone on with a DEADCAT. It's a small, very small microphone. The Rode VIDEOMICRO, I think it's called. I'll do a wee vid on it once I've used it a few times. You know, do an AB with the camera mic. You know, sound with the camera mic and sound with the external microphone on. see what difference there is. I think the main difference will be in the wind. The fact that, you know, the external microphone's got a DEADCAT on it. If you don't know if you wonder what I'm talking about with a DEADCAT, it's just a windshield, fluffy windshield you see in some microphones, just in case you'd never heard, you know, DEADCAT, and you're wondering what am I doing with a DEADCAT on top of my camera. Anyway, it's beautiful here. A lot of rubbish, unfortunately. It is well used, Loch Etive. You know, a lot of fire scars. It's unnecessary, you know. Just there's one main fire here, I can't see, which is okay, you know. And then there's where we're camped. There's a big fire, but then there's a lot of other fire scars that, you know. Why not just use the one? I know I've said it before, and everybody says it, but it's an unnecessary eyesore. You know, one fire thing, fine, everybody use it, but you know, when there's like 8, 9, 10, it's just stupid. There's no need for it. Plus it actually takes pitch spots away. You know, there's bits that people could pitch their tent, but you can't, because there's you know, it's a fire scar and rocks and bits of stuff in that bit of ground. So I'm just looking at what I would describe as a Kong-esque view. I just saw that film a couple of nights ago. Was it Kong Skull Island? Anyway, I think I've showed you it in the footage I've took, so I'm not going to take any more. Here's our camp. That fire wasn't started with us, as you've probably noticed in some of the footage you've already seen. There was just a group here, just a family, and they say that's a tradition. Don't know if once a year they come here and do this sort of thing. Mark Prophecy Prepper, he's got his Van Gogh Banshee. He's actually wanting a bigger tent. He was asking me about the Southern Cross too, so he's looking for something, you know, just a wee bit bigger. That's the other Mark Outdoors, or the Mark the Great Outdoors, I think the channel's called. That's a Euro hiker, so certainly very light. I mean, I felt the weight of it, and it felt like nothing. Absolute no weight on it whatsoever. Yeah, it's my first time I've had it out in what I would call a real camp. I've had it out 3 times, but it's always been campsites, so this is its first real test. Billowing a bit because the doors are opened and the wind's whistling right in it. That's the Foul Raven Abisco 3. 3 man, but I would say it was two people. Very, you know, comfortable for 2, luxury for 1, which is what I'm using it. I'm going to be using it as a solo tent. Nobody's had any tea or anything, so when they come back, I'll get my big wind boiler. Is it called wind boiler or wind burner now? I can't remember, but the 1.8 litre pot. So that'll make 3 cups of tea, and we'll get something to eat.
Alright, go on then.
I'll have a puff each.
Why not? It's been like a long time since I had a cigar. I think the last time I had a cigar was in Florida, actually.
I mean, they're a bit strong. I tried to get the aroma ones.
This is good. You've got it in camera.
You'll not get much at
3 smokes.
They're packed on it. They're fucking solid.
slow burners.
Now then.
Jimmy Savile.
Gas and gas. Not bad actually. See, I opened them up, my smell was like, whoa.
No, they're alright.
You see if you get the cafe or the coffee ones, the cafe they call it. Don't inhale it, fuck's sake.
Just fill your mouth.
Let me get the whiskey.
To a lungful there.
Oh, it's strong.
Yeah.
Are they
Happy
handmade?
birthday to me.
Are they handmade, these, like?
Yeah, I think so. They're only a few quid though, oh dear.
I was like in
But you
Florida,
get all
yeah.
different kinds, you get like coffee, you get amaretto.
Aye.
She never had any of them, so I just get these, so these are plain.
We're rolling the thighs of dusky maidens. Hold that thought, eh?
Yeah, I was like in Florida, you went into the filling station, they had fucking like hundreds of different types of cigars. But they're these big thick ones, you were only a couple of pound. Like one of them, sitting at the pool, leaking the place out.
Right, while the cameras are in that, right, get the whiskey, we get a celebrate happy birthday.
Aye,
Birthday whiskey.
birthday whiskey. What was that whiskey
Right,
we
I'm
were
just going to
drinking?
say something else. Right folks, it's Mark's Prophecy Prepper's birthday.
21 again.
He's 48. He's 32.
32.
And I think I'm right in saying it's Diane, Roger and Diane. I think it's Diane's birthday today.
Happy
So if
birthday,
I'm-
Diane.
So if I'm wrong, I apologise, but if I'm right, happy birthday. Cigar and some whiskey,
Nice
campfire, fantastic surroundings.
Hawkintosh.
I don't know how much the camera's that's going to pick me up. It's not it's only a tiny mic, but anyway.
Oh, you can't beat that up there, cigar.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Triple distilled.
That'll start a fire in the morning.
Slanziva.
It's quite sweet as well.
Oh,
Or is that mixing with the cigar?
good stuff. That's good stuff. What is how you?
Hawkintosh.
Ockentoshin.
Feckin' pished.
Ockentoshin. That's the way you wake up in the morning, isn't it? Ockentoshin. Cheers, mate. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thanks to Ruth, my girlfriend, for buying it. Came in good time.
Kept us warm. Oh, yeah, make something to eat. I'm fucking starving.
Knew you were going to say that. I was waiting.
I went and left the frying pan. I had to go back to the car again. It's like, for fuck's sake.
At least you only need to go to the car this time there. Run back and forth up and down Steel Falls.
Aye.
That was something on it.
It was.
Right, folks, Mark is kindly going to make us all a bacon
Lawn and mushroom.
lawn and mushroom roll. Sounds great, eh? Fantastic. And there it is, cooked over a real fire. Yeah, a wee bit extra tasty.
Oh, I forgot to get the fat.
Fantastico.
That big star over there, that's the star at Eddie.
Camera's not picking it up. But it's getting to the point where it's hard to count. So we're going to get a time lapse happening soon. So here we go.
I'm getting used quite good here. This is a fast lens camera, this wee one.
What's the F on it?
1.7.
Oh, fucking that'll be ideal. Hello. 1.79. You'll see us in that light.
I can just save my boat.
Just showing you my tent at night. The guy lines are I think they're 2mm or maybe even 1.5mm Dyneema, but they're sort of what do you call it, luminous. They look really, you know, you're not getting the effect with the camera, but yeah, it's quite good, a good feature. 7:55 AM. Looks like we might be lucky again with the weather. I'm not 100% sure, but we might be lucky again. I think we went to bed, well we did, I looked at the clock, we went to the tents about 11:10. It was very cold, you know, it was like people that went to Angletarn, it was like that. First night at the campsite, it was that sort of cold. But anyway, I think we're going to Glencoe to get some supplies, and then as far as I know, I mean I'm easy, but as far as I know we're going to stick with the original plan, is to go to Glen Kinglass and walk into Loch, Dochard. We'll see what happens, but that'll give us a wee hike. It's either that or just a sort of you know, camp at the cars or near the cars, but I would prefer to get have a wee hike, you know, cut lures hike. Right folks, everybody's up. There's Mark the Red. That's about 4 times we've been out in it. I mean, well, we're 2 meetups and then we've been. So it's and we're going to go out again back to Glendale, I think.
Yeah, go up to the plateau.
That'll be good. I'll get up to the plateau this time.
Good morning, neighbour.
There's Mark the Blue. I've been out with 3 times, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah, about 3 times, Aaron, the winter and here.
Aye. I was just I've been out with Mark 4 times, but a couple of big groups, but so it's getting regular. Right. Okay.
Packing up, you know.
Aye.
Cabin prepared.
I'll be a while as usual.
Didn't call me day late for nothing.
Aye. Beautiful here, isn't it?
Oh aye.
Fantastic. Right, I'll let Mark get on with it. Oh, he's getting it. See what you mean about trying to get out the tent? Now you make that tent look like a bivvy bag. A bigger tent. I was just saying, the Southern Cross, you get more space in the Southern Cross than that one. The headroom, isn't it? Yeah.
I've got my eye on it.
You know that I've been using this for 3 or 4 trips. I think these are definitely, the wind burners I think are better than the jet boils. It's just my opinion. There's nothing wrong with the jet boils, but I think these are a wee bit, just, there's a few things that just make it a wee bit better for me. But again, I'll say there's nothing wrong with a jet boil if you've got a jet boil or you're thinking about getting one. But I just think for that type of cook system that the wind burners are just slightly better. Going to head off. I'm going to, as I said before, supplies and then a wee hike in to Loch Dochard. There's one wee last look. You can see the water's very, very still. See the reflection? Hope the camera's picking it up. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And here's me to prove I was here. This place is really popular with canoeists, as you can see. There was a lot when we were driving up yesterday. There was several groups. So this is where they do that stuff. Don't know if you're into this, Derek. You know, it's no sea kayaking, or even river or loch kayaking. It's a wee short slalom sort of stuff, white water. But anyway, it looks good fun. Heading up that way later for the head towards Loch Dochard. I've never actually walked into this bit to see the bar sign, so we're going to go in to the Walker's Bar just for a pint.
I like your idea of having a sleep.
Here it is, the Walker's Bar. A Mick Jagger. Here we are, the Walker's Bar.
From nature. It's the same thing. There's rocks in it. That's cozy. Alright.
There you go, Stags and Heinz. There you go, Walker's Bar.
Oh my goodness.
There you go, good stuff. Nearly 4 PM. We had a wee bit longer in the pub than I thought. We had a couple of pints each, so and a wee sit down. So it's been a while since I've been up here. Well, saying that I was here 4 weeks ago, but I was only at the bridge there. I'm heading into Loch. Sorry, heading into Glen Kinglass this time. And we'll be camping at Loch Dochard. Well, that's the plan, or the woods just before it, but I've not seen any tents, so I think there's a chance that we'll get to, we'll be camping at Loch Dochard. Here's the crossover point between, well, if you're going down the West Highland Way or you're hiking into Glen Kinglass. Right, I'll show you. There you go. Public footpath to Loch Etive by Glen Kinglass. Straight on is the West Highland Way. If you do the West Highland Way, straight on that way. And we're heading up here. We're up this way, yeah. Heading back towards Loch Etive. Back towards Loch Etive. There you go, George and Jed and Sinclair. Remember this? That was a great trip. That was a winter trip. That was, well, the first day was a winter trip. Second day, the snow had disappeared, but that was a good one. Just at the start, literally at the start of the hike, I'd like to wish Andy, Wardle and Ossie all the best. I know they've had their operations now, so I wish them all the best for a speedy recovery.
Bridge over the river, Kauai. Is it Kauai? Kauai? Hello there.
Right, I've reached this this hut. It's the mountaineering or a mountaineering club. I've got to use it now. It used to be a school. It looks, you know, when you see the size of it, it's like a school, but I think apparently it was used as a school. I think it was 4 or 6 pupils. It just looks like a big garden shed, and that's really about the size of it. But that used to be a school, and I think it was the 60s, 70s I think. Right, that's usually shut, that gate, the last times I've been here, but I always go I'm going sticking with the route I know. I mean, we could go, if you want to explore, we could go through up that way, but I always go by the river side, so I think we should stick that way, yeah?
Yeah.
So, there's the 2 marks again. We're about halfway in. It's not a long hike. It's a nice wee hike in. Andrew Park was here not so long ago with a friend. He said it was one of his favourite places. It is a good place. I think this will be the 5th time I've been here. The bridge, the dodgy bridge. It's only about 6 feet long. It's only about 6-8 feet long. So we cut that in there, swoop around, and through a wee river crossing. I don't think, looking at the water, it's not going to be very deep. And then over the Sugarly Bridge, and then up towards Loch Dochard. There's a wee look back the way. There's Mark 1, there's Mark 2 at the back. A river crossing. There's no much water this time. There's George, Jed and Sinclair, you remember? There's Mark, a couple of pints, he's singing. Right, here's the other Mark.
Wait until he gets singing.
He's waiting. Go for it, Mark. Go for it, Mark. He had a wee sink into the bog there. He had a wee sink into the bog, so he's cleaning his boots. So we're nearly there. Another half an hour. Another half hour, 35 minutes, we'll be there. We're walking through these woods, obviously. The last time I was here, this was all covered in snow. When was that? A couple of years ago? A year and a half? Can't remember. That's I think it was December, maybe 2015. That was a great trip. Remember that, George and Jed and Sinclair? It's still there. The hole in the fence is still there. I'm going to walk across the Sugarly Bridge with the SONY steady cam. Well, it's action cam, but it's got the Boss, we call it the Boss stabilisation system. So the bridge is moving quite a bit. So is the camera. So we'll see what the footage turns out like. Oh, I just caught onto something there.
Just as bad as the beers.
Up over that ridge and then down, and that's it. We'll see Loch Dochard. The riverbed is you saw the footage was very dry, so must be, you know, not too much rainfall compared to what usually falls up here. that'll be our first sighting of Loch Dochard. There you go. That's our target. There's Mark 1, Mark 2. Struggling a wee bit. Had 2 pints of Guinness. Here's the first look, first proper look at Loch Dochard. Small loch by Scottish standards. And we've got the place to ourselves. Can't see any tents or anything, so we've got the spot to ourselves. Always good. There's the famous hut. Well, I'm saying famous, everybody, you nearly see it in everybody's YouTube videos about Loch Dochard. You always see it, so I'm doing the same. It's down here that we'll be camping, just up and over here. There's the path to Etive, I believe. That'll be a good wee hike. We're camping in this area. And there's the hut up there. Give you some bearings. Just set up 5 to 7, so we've got a couple of hours of light, decent light, and before we maybe the 2 marks are thinking about another fire. I'm no really fussed about a fire. I've never been. I like a fire. I think I've said that in our video. I like a fire, but you know, if I was myself, I would probably never think of making a fire. But anyway, we need to get something to eat, get our rolls and sausage and bacon, and then have just a couple of cans and a wee bit of whiskey, and then I've got a feeling it's going to be an early night again. Right, Mark, Prophecy Prepper, how was the hike in?
It was good. It's the first hike in a while.
You always feel it if you've never done one for a while.
Makes me remember the West Highland Way, carrying all that weight right enough.
Right.
It's good
I need to
feeling
train
it.
myself back up again for it.
And here's Mark outdoors. Mark the Great Outdoors. How are you feeling? No swear words.
Ready for a sleep.
You know what, you're rolling bacon?
Oh, after rolling bacon.
Rolling bacon and sausage?
After that, aye.
Right.
That's alright, eh?
So if you've no done a long hike for a while, I felt good there actually. I don't know if it was the beer. I think the beer supercharged me.
I think the beer had the opposite effect on me.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop peeing.
Soon be time for something to eat. There's the rain on. Yeah, felt it there. That's the rain coming, if I can see it coming. The rain's on its way, in fact it's here. Rolls and bacon and rolls and sausage. Great stuff.
Just warms on a taxi. Fucking werewolf, isn't
You know, there are 2 slices on. 3? No, it's 2.
Right folks, there's Mark. He's about to leave.
Heading for some work.
7:45. We'll be away in about an hour and a half as well. I'll see Mark maybe June for
Glendall.
a return to Glendall. Yeah.
You coming too, Mark?
What?
You coming to Glendall in June as well?
If I can make it, aye.
Aye. Up the plateau.
Well, the holidays are done it, work at July to July, so
Yeah.
That's us packed, ready to go. So we're about an hour behind Mark. He's heading back home to Perth and we'll be heading to Glasgow, and then Mark will head to his is it Airdrie? Where do you live, Mark, again?
Chapel Hall.
Chapel Hall. Mark will head back to Chapel Hall. And here's me. And I'll see you for the next one.